What's up YouTubers, Aldo SJ back for a brand new video for yous here, and this one's actually going to be quite a unique one, guys. A couple of years ago I took you on a tour of my office, of what I've got in there as part of my retro collection, and what I'm going to do today is actually give you a little tour of my house Landon, because a lot of people know that, or don't know, that I'm actually a film buff. And what I've done, if you can see behind me, is I've got quite a collage of films. Now, the films are a mixture between my taste and my late wife's taste. So, yeah. Let's go on a tour and let's talk movies, because what I'm actually going to do going forward is I'm going to look to set up my own podcast. Now, what that podcast is going to be is what I've done in the past with a few friends of mine, is just review films and certain TV shows, and just give an overall perspective of it. And the reason why I'm doing it is because it's something that I'm good at, something that I enjoy. So it might not be on this channel. I think I'm actually going to take my buddy Ryan's suggestion and bring up a whole new channel. So I will drop links in below, and I will drop links in videos down the road just to kickstart it, but please watch out for future things that are going to happen. I'm going to do my research first. I mean, I obviously know what to do with my own podcast, but I'm obviously going to have to map it out and do all the little legworks I need to do to eventually get up and going. And the last thing that you guys want is for me to rant myself, because let's be honest, one person, I've tried it once on this channel and I bored myself. So I will be bringing people on the podcast journey with me, and I'm also contemplating names for the podcast as well. So anybody that knows anything about me knows that I'm an Edinburgh boy from the Portobello area of Edinburgh. So drop in the comments down below if you guys have any suggestions on what I could call myself. Please keep the comments respectful, please. That's all I ask. That is not an open door for people that know me to take the mic. Just fire me suggestion of names, and I'll take them under consideration. But the films that I will be covering are the likes of the DC films, the Marvel films, Star Wars, Star Trek, even some wrestling films I'll be covering as well. But I'm also going to tap into TV shows for the likes of like Star Trek and Star Wars. I'm also going to touch on the Karate Kid / Cobra Kai franchise as well. I'm looking forward to doing that, because that is legendary now, that franchise. So yeah, let me take you on a tour, and let's talk movies. So guys, starting off with the first film, Star Trek Generations. Anybody that knows anything about this film, two legendary Starfleet captains meet with each other. Captain Kirk meets Captain Picard. Looking forward to reviewing that, so watch out for that down the road. And as we go up, we get One of my wife's favourite films, Mary Poppins, starring Julie Andrews and Dick Van Dyke. Absolute classic film. We go up in the first Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles film. Lean, green, and on the screen everywhere. Great film. Great film made by the people from Jim Henson's people and New Line Cinema. Absolutely fantastic film. The first in the franchise. And Rocky 1, or just Rocky, written by Sylvester Stallone. Great film. I have reviewed that with my buddies, but I will be looking to review the Rocky and Creed franchise down the road, so keep an eye out for that. The Mummy, Brendan Fraser, Rachel Weisz, John Hannah. The first two set of films, fantastic. The third one, not so much. I will review that, obviously, but yeah, not the best. And my wife did like this film as well, actually. Gary Oldman with Bram Stoker's Dracula, starring obviously Gary Oldman, Winona Ryder, not my favourite actress, I have to say, and Sarah Anthony Hopkins, and I can't get out his name, Keanu Reeves. I couldn't get out his name there. Fantastic film. Absolutely fantastic. First Jaws. Great film. I am looking forward to reviewing that. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves with Kevin Costner, starring obviously Kevin Costner and Alan Rickman. Alan Rickman, can't fault him. Great Sheriff of Nottingham. The Wizard of Oz, one of my wife's near and dear to her heart. Superman, the first Superman film with Christopher Reeve, Gene Hackman, Marlon Brando. You Will Believe a Man Can Fly. I have reviewed this on this channel and I've watched it back, and in all honesty, I bored myself. So now that I'm more established, I'm looking forward and more confident in myself. I'm looking forward to reviewing this a lot better. Pulp Fiction, made by the legendary Quentin Tarantino, Uma Thurman, Samuel Jackson, John Travolta, Bruce Willis. Great film. Great. The Tarantino franchise is unbelievable. Looking forward to reviewing them. Titanic. Now, I will review that at some point, but yeah, it's going to be a long one. Leonardo DiCaprio, Kate Winslet. Great film. Great film. Sore bum at the end of it, though. Everybody knows the reason why I say that. Once Upon a Hollywood, another Tarantino film. Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie, a few cameos in there. Great film. This is one of Brad Pitt's best roles, I believe. Looking forward to reviewing that. Footloose, Kevin Bacon, John Lithgow. Made the year I was born. So, yeah, great film. One of my wife's favourites as well. Big Trouble in Little China with Kurt Russell and Kim Cattrall. Absolutely fantastic film. Looking forward to watching that and reviewing that. Grease, John Travolta, Olivia Newton-John. Not John Travolta's breakout role. As we all know, that was Saturday Night Fever. Strangely enough, I do not have that up here, but I think if I've got two of John Travolta films here on the wall, it kind of says that I'm a fan. Hook, Robin Williams, Dustin Hoffman, Bob Hoskins, Maggie Smith. You would never ever think that that's Dustin Hoffman. You just wouldn't. Oh, and I've got stuck-up Julia Roberts too is in this film. So looking forward to doing that. I suppose with the Peter Pan franchise, you start at the beginning, and I would be doing the Disney one and then taking it from there. Dirty Dancing with Patrick Swayze and Jennifer Grey. Hold My Hand Up, fantastic film. Again, one of my wife's favourites, and so is Hook, in all honesty. So looking forward to doing that. Scream, reviewed that recently on the podcast Scared Shitless. So I will put the link in below. Please go and check that podcast out. It is fantastic. We are looking to start that up again soon. Not going to say when and where. Just keep an eye out, and we will be back for that. If not, I will be covering that on my channel, on my new channel going forward. The whole Scream franchise. So watch out for that. Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. It's funny how it took me so long to see these films. I actually took to the first year of the pandemic to get into these films. I'm glad I did. I am now getting into the books via Audible, so I'm really enjoying them, and I'm going to look forward to covering this franchise. The Cornetto trilogy from Simon Pegg and Nick Frost. Great set of films. I have covered two of these films in a podcast, but I'm going to look forward to doing all three of these again. Unfortunately, I never got around to World's End, but I will get around to that, and I will get around to Paul as well. So I'm going to look forward to covering that franchise. Alien, the first one. No one in space can hear you scream. And no, they can't. The first of the franchise. So if you look at it from this perspective, this sort of spawns the rest of the Alien franchise and the Predator franchise. So I will be covering the Predator films as well. So looking forward to doing that. Godfather. Well, what else do you need to say? You know, one of those trilogies that's unmatched, untouchable, long-ass films, but definitely going to touch on them at some point too, so looking forward to that. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Yes, I have Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. Another one of my late wife's favourite films, so I will be covering that at one point. Raiders of the Lost Ark. Indiana Jones. Was there any other film poster from the Indiana Jones series that was going to be on this wall? I think not. It's funny how this wasn't the first film, but it was the most popular as far as I know. So I will be looking forward to covering this down the road. And funnily enough, before I move on, my wife loved Indiana Jones too, which many people didn't think she would be into that. Die Hard, great film. Introduced my wife to this, and she absolutely loved it. We got to the stage where we were watching this every Christmas. So I didn't watch it this past Christmas because I just didn't feel right watching it. I watched it after Christmas, but looking forward to covering this down the road. Batman with Michael Keaton, Jack Nicholson, Kim Basinger. Need I say any more? This will definitely be getting reviewed down the road, so keep an eye out for that. The First Independence Day. Great film. My wife absolutely loved this film. She even saw the second one before I did, and she liked that too. She absolutely loves Will Smith and Jeff Goldblum. The first Transformers film. Need I say any more? Again, my wife absolutely love this film. I will look forward to covering it. Optimus Prime, Bumblebee, Megatron, great franchise. Beverly Hills Cop, with Eddie Murphy. I will be covering these set of films, and I will be covering a few other Eddie Murphy films too, so watch out for them. Top Gun, Tom Cruise. Need I say any more? Fantastic film, fantastic franchise. I am going to cover quite a few of Tom Cruise films as time goes on, and of course I'll be reviewing Top Gun and Top Gun Maverick back to back, so keep an eye out for that. Beauty and the Beast, timeless classic. Again, one of my wife's favourites and one of my favourites as well. I look forward to reviewing this film down the road. Avengers, Infinity War. Well, would you believe me if I told you this was my late wife's favourite Avengers film? Simply because of how they absolutely destroyed Edinburgh. We went to see this film 3 times. And then we went to see its sequel, Endgame, about 2 or 3 times as well. That's how much she loved this franchise. She loved Robert Downey Jr., she loved Chris Evans, she loved Chris Hemsworth, Chris Pratt, Mark Ruffalo, Tom Holland, Spider-Man. She, our favourite. This is definitely her favourite film from the Marvel franchise. It's a Wonderful Life. Yeah, James Stewart and Donna Reed. Need I say any more about this film? This was my wife's favourite film of all time. So this will be one of the ones that I will be reviewing. Be a little bit difficult for me, but I will get through it and I'll power on and I'll make sure I've got some folk with me. I might even invite some of my wife's friends to come on the podcast to give their point of view from it as well. So, Lion King. Need I say more? Fantastic film. My favourite Disney film of all time, actually, is The Lion King. Not my wife's. She liked it, but she just didn't like what happened to, obviously, Mufasa. But, yeah, great film. I'm looking forward to reviewing this. Roadhouse. Need I say more? Yeah, I don't, do I? No. One of Patrick Swayze, one of the greatest films ever made from the 80s. My wife didn't appreciate the violence in this, but she got that it was a great film. So Total Recall. Yeah, Arnold Schwarzenegger. One of the greatest films of all time. One of the greatest Schwarzenegger films of all time. Looking forward to reviewing this. I don't know if I'm going to review the remake. I honestly couldn't tell you. I don't think I will. Because I watched it and I did not like it at all. So I think I will only touch on this film. RoboCop. Timeless classic. Great sequel. Not so great other sequel. But the franchise itself, absolutely fantastic. The remake, yeah, it's not the best. Not the best at all, no. Jurassic Park. Well, take it from there, right? 6 films, plus there might be a 7th, apparently, down the road. So, yeah, fun franchise to take a look at. And same with Ghostbusters. I'll look forward to doing that. I might touch on the old girls Ghostbusters, possibly. If anybody wants to do that with me, please. I'm quite happy to do that with them. Wolf of Wall Street, my favourite live action film of all time. My number one favourite. Absolutely love this film. And so does my wife as well. She loved Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, and Wolf of Wall Street. The Lost Boys. Fantastic film. Fantastic. The Back to the Future. So the Back to the Future franchise, needless to say, timeless, classic. My wife loved this too. So I look forward to reviewing this. Dolph Lundgren and Frank Langella's Masters of the Universe. Of course, for nostalgia reasons, it had to be up here, didn't it? So, 007, a single 007 film poster, because that's all you need. So, yeah, that's going to take me some time to get through the Bond franchise. Spider-Man. Take it from there, right? Unbelievable franchise. Spawned into 3 different kind of universes, or 4 if you include the Venom films. So look forward to touching on that. Striptease. Yes, I have one of these. I will touch on this. I will touch on a few Demi Moore films, which include Ghost, Few Good Men, Indecent Proposal, plus this. So look forward to doing them. The Karate Kid and Cobra Kai franchise. Well, need I say any more? And if you notice, Cobra Kai, being the TV series, is the only TV series that I have up here, apart from obviously Star Trek. I know Star Trek does have its own TV show and films as well, but I put Cobra Kai on the same level as the Karate Kid because it's one universe, and plus I just think they both look cool together. And finishing up with Star Wars. So yeah, I'm going to look forward to touching on this franchise. I got my wife into this franchise and she absolutely loved it. So I'm going to look forward to reviewing this. So keep your eyes out for this. So guys, that was the tour. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you've managed to stay till here. But nothing else to say but just keep an eye out for the new podcast that I'm currently working on. I'm hoping to get up and running down the road. Once it's up and running, I will drop links where I can on my socials, and you guys can go and check it out. I feel it's time to get my voice out there and put it towards things that I like doing, which is watching films. So I'm going to get off here just now. Thanks very much for watching. And as I always say, guys, good journey in everything you do. Bye.
Thank you.